Right, so welcome back to our insight into some of Shah Rukh Khan's most hairy tales. He had to go off for a quick break. He's come back with a new look as well.
With a new suit, the same hair.
Shah Rukh, so I'm going to ask you, what has been actually your most hair-raising experience? It doesn't actually have to do with hairstyles this time.
I mean, in just terms of work, there have been times when you've gone to work with an actor and you've grown up watching him or her, and you're a little shy and weird. And you always feel that, can I, be able to do what I want to do? Like I remember when Sridevi was getting ready and everybody told me, you can't hug her in a scene. She gets very angry. So I'm like, listen, she's playing my wife and I'm supposed to hug her in the scene. So you're a little wary of these things. And finally I found out that all of them were very sweet. They were not so bad. But
did you hug her?
I hugged her. I obviously could not have not hugged Sridevi. Beyond that, like in terms of just fear or scare, or I've done some shots in films which are a little scary, which you're scared for the moment, like jumping from a building, or there was a shot I did where a car is coming, which is a part of the song, and has turned out well. If you see it in Yes Boss, a car comes in front and I just jump on top of the bonnet. I've done one where I've crossed a car, I've jumped into a car. So all those shots give you a lot of, and you're very scared. I don't like to say it because you're a movie hero and you're not supposed to be scared, and in the movie it looks okay. One of the most hair-raising is riding a horse. I hate riding animals. I'm scared of horses. I don't like it. I just don't want to ride a horse. And in Ashoka I had to do it. So I'm screaming, but actually I'm screaming out of fear, but it looks like I'm going to war and doing it. There was one where I'm in Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na. The ice that I'm eating, there's an ice cream cone that I'm eating, and I'm with the girl for a long part of the scene. So by the time I used to come to eat it, it used to melt. So finally they found out a way that they'll do it with a shaving foam. So they did it with a shaving foam. Till then it was okay. But as I reached the end, Kundan said, "Khale, usko khale." So I ate the whole shaving foam in the scene. So I'm eating shaving foam and enjoying it and stuff. So we've done some odd and strange bits. So yeah, there have been some experiences like that in films. But then you have to do it because it pays back. Yeah. Then you become a big star.
Do you remember your first haircut? Like what it was, where it was?
I've not had a mundan, my parents tell me. I had a hair like a train running on my head. It was like how parents just, now it's become fashionable. You know how the mohawk is? Yeah. So my parents, my childhood picture, if you see, I've got one. Yeah. It's like this only. The hair is just like a railway train. And I'm sitting naked in that picture. And they didn't do my mundan because they said they were very, very worried that suppose something went wrong, and I was a very pretty boy. So I've never had a mundan, I know. My son has had one, my daughter's not. Because I also felt girl's hair, I didn't want her to become bald. So we didn't do it. But I don't remember my first haircut. Must be sometime just before going to school. In Rajendra Nagar, there is a shop. I remember the shop. It's in the corner. And then you get into that salon and they cut your hair. And we always used to go there. But it used to be very cheap. It used to be, I think, 25 paisa or 50 paisa for a haircut. And now it's like quite expensive. And, and they never shampooed your hair, nothing. You just stood there and it was the same comb, same scissors for everyone. And they used to have this little machine, I remember, which they used to put water on your face. That was nice. That was the highest luxury point in getting that haircut.
Just again, since we're sort of talking hair, I do want to ask that, we're approaching the release of Billo Baba. So would you ever, as you, Shah Rukh Khan, put actually your hair in the hands of Billo Baba?
Yeah, actually after Dilshad, if there's any Baba that I will get my haircut from, it's Billo Baba. Yeah. He may not give me a good haircut, but he's an honest guy. Yeah. So he'll be nice and he'll be sweet. I have got my hair cut by worse people than Billo Baba. So Billo Baba is Amrita being one of them. So Billo Baba is not really the worst case scenario. I have been under scissors with people who've never used them on hair before, like Vinay Pathak, and but I think Irfan must have. He's a very conscientious actor and he's a method kind of actor. So I'm sure Irfan must have learned a bit of hair cutting. So I would, if I'm in a village and if I don't have Dilshad around, I would get my hair cut by Billo Baba for sure.
Again, what gave you sort of the germ of the idea to do this film, where again at its heart is a simple Baba?
I don't know. I just feel that the story is very sweet of Billo Baba. It's about a simple man whose life is going wrong, and then it gets worse when a movie star comes into it. So I just found it amusing. I think the thought is amusing. And then how it unfolds and how his life, obviously, being the protagonist, the life will become good in the end. It's very realistic while it's a commercial film. The serious part of the film is about how sometimes we overlook that simple people have so many hardships, but they keep smiling through them, and ordinary people. And actually, that's what makes them special. So that was one. The second reason was I've always had this close link up with barbers. I know that they have a lot of good stories to tell. You know, barbers are always telling you stories when they're cutting your hair. Not gossip only, but they tell you good things. The profession of hairstylists and barbers is very interesting. It's like an operation or a surgery where you trust yourself and your looks with someone completely who can take it. You know, if you suppose, how does it go like if a barber's in a bad mood and just gets it wrong? And you can't do anything about it. It's not like you do a facial and then you can put some cream. This is it. If your hair has gone wrong, it's gone wrong for a month. You can't get it right. So I find that a strangely attractive profession.
And are you happy with the way it's sort of come out with Irfan and Lara? And
I think Lara is very, very good in the film. She didn't want to do the film, mainly because obviously it's not like a major role. But she was very sweet because she understood the essence of the film. And she said, you know what, I like the story, so I'll do it, Shahrukh. A lot of girls didn't want to do it, and I understand it. And Irfan, of course, was the first and last choice. If Irfan hadn't done the film, we would not do the film. When we see him in the film, his skills notwithstanding, his business is dwindling. Because in front of him, there's this amazing new barber who's come from a town who claims he cuts hair of all superstars and all. And his business is doing really well because he's got some new equipment. Our poor barber is still using the same comb, and he doesn't have the nice lotions, he doesn't have the hairsprays, and his shop is not like really the best. So till such time, when the film opens, he's passing through a bad time. And then there's a sequence in the film where people start thinking he knows the superstar, Sahir Khan. And they come to him, hundreds of them, and get their hair cut like me. So he gets, his business becomes good.
Anyway, Shahrukh, as I said, we're so excited to see Billo Baba. And of course, for you, it's also been a crazy busy the last few months in the run-up to release, from the Golden Globes to shooting for My Name is Khan. Just how's the last month been?
No, it's been hectic because I finished Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi and then I rushed to America. In between, I've hurt myself. It was a good shooting. My Name is Khan. A little cold in LA. The whole film is set in America, so we have to shoot. We have to go back in June again to finish the film in Frisco. But very interesting film because I'm playing autistic and it's nice, it's different. And Golden Globe was interesting, yeah. I liked my tie and they made me wear a good suit and they were very, very kind. The foreign press people were really nice. They gave us a lot of honor and it was very kind of them to invite me. Though I still feel we should go there as Indian filmmakers and win some awards, inshallah. Yeah, it's been hectic. Now I'm back and I really want to take Billu forward and I have to do my surgery. But I've kept my surgery on hold so that I can see Billu in the theaters. And then if it is nice, I'll go into the surgery happily. If it is not nice, then at least I'll have somewhere to hide. People have the sympathy that, okay, yeah, he's not well, let's not beat him up for making not a nice film. But I think it's a good film and I'll, inshallah, wait for its release and then go in for my shoulder surgery.
Great, but Shahrukh Khan, as always, thank you so much for talking to us and for sharing all these wonderfully hairy tales.
Thank you, Anisha, and thank you, NDTV.